Hello and welcome to our reviews. Today we're reviewing the Dark Horse Game of Thrones Daenerys Targaryen. So, yeah, as with Jon Snow, this is another Game of Thrones unarticulated figure from Dark Horse. Just as well as Jon Snow, very nice detail, very nice paint work, of course lack of articulation. She does come with a few accessories, which is nice. And overall, pretty nice little plastic statue, essentially. Let's go ahead and zoom in on the articulation, scope, paint details, all those sorts of things. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Here we have Daenerys. Here is a standard 6-inch Marvel Legends size figure. And here is a Marvel Universe figure over here. As you can tell, Daenerys is a good bit taller than your standard Marvel Legends figure. These are in sort of a 7.5 to 8-inch size, so they are not really going to fit in with your normal 6-inch scale displays, but they should fit in scale with one another fairly well. Anyway, let's get Archangel Wolverine out of here and just look at Daenerys Targaryen. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. Here you can see Daenerys. She is wearing a white gown. I, once again, really like the painting because they sort of have a sand and dirt on the white, which goes nicely with her sand base. It makes it look like she is, in fact, actually in the desert. She's got her hands held out to be holding a dragon egg, which she comes with 3 of. She's got little rubbery flaps coming off of her back and off of each arm. Those are all pliable materials, as is her dress. Her skin is fairly pale. She has very light blonde hair, and then she has her head sculpt, which we shall zoom in on right now. Head sculpt-wise, she is not incredibly realistic. I can see resemblance to the actress that plays Daenerys. I do not really know her name. But it's not like spot on or anything, but it shares a resemblance, so that is fairly acceptable. She has no articulation, so let's move on to her accessories. Accessories-wise, Daenerys comes with this box. But what's in the box? In the box, there are dragon eggs. The dragon eggs have just rolled away. And it has sort of like a weird sort of enamel-y finish to the inside of the box where the eggs are stored. That's pretty cool. And then you get each of your 3 eggs here, which are red and green and gray. You can put any one of those in her hands or leave them all 3 in the box, whatever you so choose to do with them. But they are pretty cool and nicely detailed with that sort of scale pattern, as is the box, nicely detailed with wood grain and gold bits and all those sorts of things. Anyway, that wraps it up for Daenerys' accessories, so let's move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, Daenerys comes in the standard packaging for this Game of Thrones series. Black box, Game of Thrones logo up there, big window, also a window in the top. Daenerys Targaryen figure, HBO and Dark Horse logos down there at the bottom. Picture of the actress on both sides that plays Daenerys Targaryen. On the back, get a big picture of the figure as well as a description. As always, these are good for in or out of package display, so yeah, Daenerys Targaryen, Mother of Dragons, and other such titles that she may have. Alright, that wraps it up for Daenerys Targaryen, so until next time, goodbye! Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.